I accidentally found my fiancé's secret Instagram where he's been documenting all my red flags for his followers. The worst part about finding your fiancé's secret Instagram account isn't the betrayal. It's watching 47,000 strangers laugh at things you thought were moments of vulnerability. I only found Jake's account because he left his iPad unlocked while showering before a date night. A notification popped up. Ride red flag collector just reached 45k followers. Priority, I shouldn't have clicked it. But when you are 3 months away from marrying someone, curiosity wins over privacy. What loaded wasn't a meme page like I expected. It was a meticulously organized collection of posts about me paired his fiancé Rafired of 2 years. Photos I never knew he'd taken me several recorded without my knowledge, all captioned with detailed analyses of my red flags. There I was crying during a movie. Flag 37. Emotional manipulation, writ on waterworks during arguments to avoid accountability. But that was from watching The Notebook part, not an argument. A photo of my medication. Flag 86. Can't sleep without pills, refuses to try natural methods I suggested. Those pills were prescribed for my insomnia by a doctor after a year of trying everything else. A video of me excitedly showing him a dress I'd bought. Flag 112. Financial irresponsibility, spent $80 on another dress while complaining about wedding costs. That dress was for his cousin's wedding, and I'd saved for it specifically. The comments were worse than the posts. Frenzims of strangers dissecting my personality, diagnosing me with disorders, telling Jake to run while you can, and asking why he was still with this train wreck. His replies made me physically sick. Wedding's already paid for, plus the sex is great. Just documenting everything for the inevitable divorce proceedings. I scrolled back to the beginning of the account. It started 2 weeks after he proposed. For nearly our entire engagement, he'd been collecting evidence against me. The most recent post was from breakfast that morning, part me asking if he called the venue to confirm our final headcount. Flag 219. Control freak behavior. Flirt trust me to handle basic wedding tasks despite her busy schedule. Clapic undermining. I was only asking because he'd forgotten to call them last month and they'd nearly given our date away. I'd heard the shower turn off. With shaking hands, I took spurnt of everything, emailed them to myself, then closed the app and placed the iPad exactly where it had been. When Jake emerged from the bathroom, I smiled and told him I was ready for our dinner reservation. He kissed my forehead and said I looked beautiful throughout dinner. I watched him how he angled his phone away when texting, how he casually took photos of me when he thought I wasn't looking. Was he drafting tomorrow's post already? You are quiet tonight, he said, reaching for my hand across the table. Just tired, I replied, allowing him to intertwine his fingers with mine. Work was intense, he nodded sympathetically. What to talk about it? I wondered if flag 220 would be about how I trauma dump or make everything about me. Actually, I said I was thinking about our honeymoon plans. His face lit up. The all-inclusive in Cancun. I've been meaning to finalize those bookings, yeah, I smiled. The $6,000 non-refundable package. When we got home, I waited until he fell asleep. Then I opened his Instagram on my phone and I knew his password now. Had seen him type it and went live from his used red flag collector account. Hi everyone, I whispered to his 47,000 followers. This is flag 219 coming to you live. I just wanted to thank you all for your input on my relationship. Special thanks to Jake for such detailed documentation. I turned the camera to show him sleeping peacefully beside me. Unfortunately, Jake won't be posting anymore. He's about to experience what I call flag one of a terrible fiancé's day. Finding out your engagement is over from an Instagram live. The comments exploded. For those concerned about the wedding deposits, don't worry. Jake's parents paid for most of it. I've already called them parent. They've always liked me better anyway. Parenton explained everything. They're horrified and want to meet tomorrow to help me figure things out. I zoomed in on Jake's face one last time. Also, the sex really isn't that great. I ended the live, logged out, and placed his phone on his nightstand. Then I grabbed my pre-packed bag and quietly left our apartment. By morning, his account had lost 20,000 followers and gained twice as many comments. His parents had called him 17 times, and I was checking into a hotel using the emergency credit card I'd been saving for our honeymoon.